my friends, some tough love, emphasizing the tough and the love, underscoring the love. You know, when you say things to yourself and or other people, stuff like, I'd love to do this or that, but I can't because I just don't have the time. I'm broke, I don't have the money, I can't afford it, I have no time, no money, I've got to do this and that for my boss and for my kids, and I have a horrible past, my confidence, my belief is shit, I'm really just not worthy, I'm afraid of success, When you say things like that, what you're really saying, in all reality, I kid you not, what you're really saying is, I lack the vision. I lack the creativity and the ingenuity to find the out-of-the-box solutions and create opportunity for myself so that I never have to say I can't afford it ever again, so that I never have to say I lack the time, so that I never have to say I don't have the belief in myself and the confidence ever again. When you make excuses, an excuse, by the way, is a well-planned lie. The circumstance might be real. You might look at your bank account balance, it reads 0. You might look at your schedule, and it might be taken up by everybody but yourself. Those might be real factual things right now. But when you come up with rationale, using those facts of your current scenario as to why you can't do something, all you're doing is justifying an excuse to protect your ego from hurting, because you want to protect your ego, which is all about you. So you have an ego problem along with a vision problem, and lacking the creativity and the ingenuity to figure it out, to create an opportunity for yourself with solutions that exist outside of the box. The best solutions are always outside of the box. Any fool can see inside of the box and look, and there's really not much of anything there. That's 98% of the population. Only about 2% of everyone is looking outside of the box and creating opportunity for themselves so that they never have to say those stupid things again, like I can't afford it, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have the confidence, I don't have the self-belief, and all those other things. So when you look at your bank account and it reads 0, when you look at your time, it's being pulled in different directions by everybody else but yourself, so you have no free time. If you can stop looking at only what your eyes can see, because it goes back to every fool, 98% of the population, anybody can see what the eyes can see and only what the ears can hear. That's easy. But what's really cool, imagine if you started looking beyond what your eyes can see and what your ears can hear, because you start picturing in your mind yourself creating opportunity for yourself, and you may not even know what that opportunity is going to look like yet, but at least you're on the search for it now. But you look beyond what the eyes can see and what the ears can hear, and you start working hard at creating opportunity for yourself so that you figure it out and you solve those problems, so that 1 year from now, because today is today and yesterday is yesterday, but say a year from now, because you start taking action today and looking outside of the box and creating opportunity for yourself, 1 year from today, your bank account goes from 0 to something greater than 0, or your time starts belonging to you instead of everybody that's pulling at your time in a million different directions. And a year from now, your belief in yourself has improved and your confidence is up and you got more peace in your life and less stress. You know, imagine if you started looking beyond what your eyes can see and what your ears can hear. You want to be different than most people? It is so pathetic and lopsided. 98% versus 2%. That's so lopsided, stupid, it's ridiculous. Maybe 50 years ago, if you were average thinking, you'd at least be okay. But today, the bar of average is so low. If you're average thinking and you have an average mindset and you're average in your excuses and all that stuff, that means you're fat, sick, lazy, poor, dumb, and chronically diseased with multiple diseases. And nobody has to be that way. 100% of all of us are geniuses at our core. We're scholars at our core. 100% of all of us. So why then is it so lopsided that only 2% is going to actually tap into that inner genius inside of all of us, and the 98% is more in the business of ego protection and the self-preservation of their self-image? Why is that? I don't really know. I don't have the answer to that, but I do know that any one of you can transition from the 98% to the 2%. And obviously, if enough of you do that, then we can change the lopsidedness so that it's more balanced, which everyone wins then. That's a pretty cool concept, I think. I bet you think so too. So what I would like you to do is start tapping into your free thinking, critical thinking faculties right here into your core, which is your genius and your scholar that's inside of you, no matter what your past is and no matter what your circumstances are today. And just annihilate and obliterate all of your excuses. It's okay to say, this is my current situation. 0 balance in my bank account, debt up to my eyeballs, no free time, I'm a complete mess. However, 1 year from today, it's going to be different because I'm going to get creative. I'm going to spark some ingenuity. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to work hard at creating opportunity for myself so I never, ever again have to say I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't have the belief or the confidence in myself, or whatever bullshit excuse you've been telling yourself, whatever dumbass justification you've been using to stay poor in your mind and in your bank account and in your time and whatever other way that you've been poor. Okay? So that's what I would like you to do. But you have to want it for yourself more than I do. It's really weird and bizarre that I want success more for people than most people want it for themselves. Most people aren't even motivated enough to save their own life. They're more concerned about having justification for slowly dying. You know, how dumb is it to have justification for slowly dying and rotting away? How dumb is it to have justification and perfect logical rationale that you can live with for being poor in whatever way that happens to be, whether it's your time freedom, your financial freedom, feelings of your own value and this and that. My hope for you is that at the very least you start to tap into the genius that is at your core, the scholar, because when you start tapping into that, I mean by default right away you're going to start to feel better about yourself, you're going to start to believe in yourself, and you're going to feel better. And you do that, you're going to start looking outside of the box for solutions, which is where all the best solutions are. And you'll start to step away from the 98% if you're not just all outright running as hard as you can from the 98%. And you're going to stop making it about you and your dumb ego that you've been protecting with all of your justification for staying poor. Wouldn't that be something? And wouldn't that be something if enough people did that? Got rid of the blame game, took personal responsibility, and developed the creativity and ingenuity to no longer say, I can't afford it, don't have time, and all those other things. If you enjoy this message, please feel free to share it if you feel it's worthy. And if you did enjoy this message, you probably love my website. I've got thousands of pieces of content. It's fireyourboss.xyz. Fireyourboss.xyz. It's not .com, that's different. It's fireyourboss.xyz. And share this, and I'll be making more soon. Bye for now.